Dapper animals.
Hello!
Today we're going to show you how to make these adorable felt dragon bags. They have a handle and they have scallops and they're very tiny. They're more like a clutch. And we're going to show you how to make these so that you can have your own dragon bag wherever you go. And let me tell you, wherever we take these, everyone stops us to ask us where we got them.
Yeah, because they're so cute.
All right, so let's get started. You are going to need these materials right here. So you're going to need felt, the color of the dinosaur. This time we're going to make him in yellows, shades of yellow. You're going to need lots of cardboard. What else?
With glue gun. With glue sticks.
You're going to need a little bit of thread, and you're going to need paper or cardboard scissors and
Felt scissors.
all right, go round up all your materials and we will see you here soon. Hey, we forgot something very important. We have designed this very handy dandy template. How can you get it?
It's free online on the website, dapperanimals.com.
So you just click print on your printer and you have your handy dandy template.
The original size of this template is on tabloid size paper. So if you want your purse to be exactly this size, then print it on tabloid paper. If not, it's going to be tiny, an 8.5 by 11.
Right.
But that's the original size.
If you don't have a big format printer, you can stop by your local FedEx or Kinko's and they'll print out your 2 sheets. And you're set to go. The first step after printing your template is you have to cut out every single shape in the template. So take your template, grab your scissors, and let's get to cutting. And take each little piece here that you cut from the template. And what's important about that one?
Okay, so some of them, usually it's going to describe the body part, and if it has a ×2, that means you need to trace it twice, because you're going to need 2 of those. So just pay attention to those.
So this guy is the side of the
That's the body,
of
right?
the dragon, the side of the body. So it says ×2. So
It's
here,
a dinosaur.
and here's the side, and here we're going to trace the second side. You want to show?
Oh, how to trace it?
Yeah. And then
Does it come on? There.
you have to also grab your felt, and there is one little circle in the template that's called scallop. And for this one, you're going to want to paint little circles and cut out 4 sheets of the 12 by 9-inch sheets of felt in each color. So we have 2 contrasting colors. You're going to want 4 sheets of this in this color and then the other color of your scallops.
Correct. Just be aware, tracing and cutting out little circles is very tedious and time consuming. We recommend, if you have
A Sizzix,
like
a
template,
Cricut.
or something that cuts out little circles, will make your life much easier.
When you're tracing, there is one exception here, and it's the teeth. You see the part in the template that is labeled teeth right there. That one we are not going to trace on cardboard paper. We're going to trace it in white construction paper
Or cardstock.
or
Anything that's
cardstock
kind of
paper.
thick.
Something that has a little bit of a structure to it. It's not as flimsy as this paper. And then you're also going to trace it on white felt. It doesn't have felt paper. Because this is the exception. This is going to be the teeth. Now you should have all of your cardboard pieces cut out. You should have 2 dinosaur sides, a weird neck piece. I'll show you how it works. The back of the head, the belly, 2 little arms, and 2 legs. Or you can print 4 legs and double each little leg up so that you have a little bit chubbier legs. That's up to you. And then this, we're gonna make the head, the cranium, and the mouth. I'll show you how. So the very first step you need to do before you do anything else is you need to curl the belly. So cardboard is very stiff, but it has these little ridges. So you want to cut your belly so that the ridges cut perpendicularly to your piece of cardboard, so that you can start curling it up like this. And it's just really squishing and curling it upward. And you can already start to see that it's not stiff anymore. And we're gonna need this so that we can put all the pieces together. And this is really the only one you have to make that is a little bit curvier. And so we're just gonna do this until we get to the bottom of the piece, and we're gonna have a curvy piece of belly. So here you see my progress. Next, you're gonna need some tape. Alright, so we're gonna start with our first belly side and the bottom of the beast, the belly of the beast. And what you're really gonna get is your masking tape, and you're going to secure the edges of the tooth. Let's start with the tail. So pointy to pointy, and that's where we're gonna start. So you want to lay the side over the edge of the tail. This is exactly what we're gonna do. Connect the two edges with masking tape all the way around. We have one side of our dinosaur, and it's glued to the belly, and where it ends in a point, that's going to be our tail, and where the front ends in a little bit of a cutoff, that's going to be the front. We're going to have a little bit left over. Do not freak out, that's fine. So now, make sure when you taped it here, it's flush. You know, there's no, the two pieces are flush, there's tape all around. And now we're going to put the other piece. So we want to make sure we put the two pieces of tail together. We don't want to put one head forward and one, and we're going to tape it all into one big piece. Yay! We finished the belly of the beast. Awesome, good work. Now we're going to move to the head. We're going to take our two head pieces and one that's called back of the head, and we're going to connect it where it's this little slant in the back of each of those pieces, and with tape, just like the belly, we're going to connect these three pieces. Alright, go. I'll see you when you're done. Alright, you put together your three little pieces. We're starting to see a dinosaur skull come together. Great job. So now we're going to get this long piece, and the same thing applies. We want the ridges of the cardboard to come along this way, so that it'll help us when we fold along the head of our dinosaur. So here what we're going to do is we're going to tape this piece of cardboard all along the edge of the face. So when we get to one of these creases here, you want to fold the cardboard here so that it goes down along the face. And when you get down here, you're going to fold it again so that it goes this way. So once you get to this stage, come visit me and we'll continue with the tutorial. So how do you fold the cardboard? Don't worry, I'm going to show you. We're going to tape the cardboard face all the way up to the very edge of the side of the face. And then when you get there, you use a ruler and you put pressure on the ruler, and then you lift the little head up, and that's going to make the perfect crease for you so that you can keep folding the head along the cardboard like this. We need to fold our cardboard one more time, so we're going to do the same thing. We're going to place the ruler right where we want it to bend. We're going to put pressure here on the ruler, and then we're going to lift the head here so that it creates the crease on the cardboard exactly where we want it. That way we can keep bending our little face around the dinosaur box right there. So now we're going to build the mouth of our dinosaur. We're trying to make this part right here. So what we're going to do is we are gonna come up to here, and you see where there it's kind of like it starts rounding. That's exactly where we're gonna want to fold our cardboard. So we put the ruler here, wherever it is that we wanted, and we do the same thing. We fold it back. And then we're gonna fold it all the way back so that it's aligned. And then here, we are going to give it a little edge here, and we're gonna use this to stick it to our body. So now here, we have the little jaw. And we're gonna tape all of this together into one big piece. Great job, you guys. We have a dinosaur head and a dinosaur body. Now that we have this little jaw, we have a little tail sticking out at the bottom of the jaw. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the jaw on our body here. And with this little tail, we're gonna glue it with a glue gun. We're gonna put some glue and glue it to the body, and then we're gonna tape it. And then I'll show you what else you can do so that our head is sturdy and we don't worry about our head falling off. So you see, I put lots of hot glue in there. And now we're just gonna squish it together and make sure these two pieces are held together very tightly. Glued the head here to the body, and that's great. But you see how the head is tilting back? It's like yelling to the skies. We want it to keep it in position a little bit forward. And that's what this little tail is for. So I told you to make sure you keep this tail and don't cut it off. What we're gonna do is we're gonna flatten it here against the inside of the head, and we're gonna tape it down in there. We're gonna try to give the head a little bit of support by attaching the side of the body to the head. So to do that, you need to cut here about halfway. You don't want to cut the whole way because then it's not actually going to give any support. So now we created these little flaps here. Can you see? Yeah. You're gonna tape this, move the head where you want it to be, and then you're gonna tape this here to the side. We have a dinosaur with a head and a body. How exciting! We got a big head, a hole here in the skull. So we are going to close it with this piece. It was labeled neck on the template. It has 3 little curves here. And what we're going to do is in each curve, we're going to use the ruler trick and we're going to fold it and fold it here. And then we are going to attach this piece once we fold it. We're going to stick it in the head right here, like this. I'm going to tape that baby in, and we're done with the head, and we can move on. Heck yeah! Now we're moving on to another fun part, and that is felt part! Whee! So you cut a bazillion of these little circles, and we're going to start gluing them on. But before we do, there are some places where it's hard to get the circles and cover all of the cardboard. And those parts are here at the edge, the cheek here, the side of them, and everything that revolves around the mouth. So quickly, we're going to cut just like solid pieces of felt and glue that on first. See? We're going to cover this little arm with felt, and we're going to do that with our handy glue gun. And so what we're going to do,
before that, don't forget to mention that you need to cut out the arm in felt too.
Right. So you need to get this guy in felt, and you need to cut a little strip of felt that is the thickness of your cardboard. All right. So here we go. We put some glue on, and don't do the whole piece because the glue is gonna dry too fast. And then you put it on your little arm, just like that. Now the fingers are a little tricky because they have the little crevice between the fingers. So So what we do is we put lots of glue in there, bam, and we fold the felt in between the two of them, and we get that handy needle we mentioned at the beginning of the tutorial, and we press down. And that is how we get the felt all the way between our little fingers. All right, we did a great job. Pat yourself on the back and keep going till we get to the end. And we glue it to the side. Bam, bam, bam. We did it to the end. Good job. And now we have a little tail of excess. We snap that off and bam. Our little arm side is covered in felt. Good job. Now the only thing you gotta do is you got your little arm, put glue in there, hot glue all over there, and glue it on. Now we're gonna cover the leg with felt with the exact same process we did for the arms. So our next step is to glue our legs on, our felted legs in place. Now you're gonna want to put the legs in a place that holds your little guy up. So test first like this by holding the two legs in place to see if it'll hold your head up. And then when it's there, you just put the glue gun, put lots and lots and lots of glue, and press firmly until it dries. And then turn it around and do the next step. So we have some progress here. Our little dinosaur friend has legs. He's got some felt patterns on his face to help us in case we skip any space with our circles. So now it's time to start with the bottom, and we chose this dark yellow. And the way we're going to start this process is we're going to start with a row, right? So we're doing the inside here. So we're going to zoom in a second, but we're going to start with the row right here, smack in the middle. We're going to work our way up this way, and we're going to work our way down so that the scallops, the way they go over each other, it looks nice. All right, guys, let's start gluing these little circles on here. So we're using this dark yellow for the belly, and we're going to do a row right here, and this is going to be our first row, and we want to make sure they overlap. So let's get started. A little bit of glue on it.
A little bit? That seems really generous.
I like my sauces and my glue to be very generous. So see, we're overlapping just a little bit so that we make sure we don't leave any cardboard showing. And we're also giving the scale look of our dinosaur. So we're gonna go all the way across, all the way until our other little leg we put over here. And we can even go up a little bit on it, on the side there. Okay, perfect. So this is our starting line. And now we're gonna go this way and keep going in order all the way to the end of the tail. And we're gonna go all the way upward. So let me show you the first row in each direction. So I recommend you just finish in this direction, and you wanna have them alternating a little. You don't want them to be exactly over each other so that we get that scallop look. So as you can see, this one is right in between those two guys. and we're gonna work our way up towards the chest. It's the same thing, we wanna make sure we don't leave any cardboard showing. We're starting on the same side. We picked this side, so now we wanna make sure these guys are falling in between these two. That's what's gonna give it a good scaly scallop look. And we're gonna now work our way all the way down until we hit here. So go ahead and take your time, enjoy. It's relaxing. It's like meditation, gluing these little circles on. But don't put too much glue because you might start burning your little fingers and then it's not relaxing anymore. Right, so we're doing pretty good. We've got our belly is all dark gold, looking good. So now we're gonna do the sides of our little guy, and we're gonna start from the bottom and work our way up on this side. Then we're gonna go from the bottom and start our way up, and then we can even continue on the two sides. But stop here and we'll revisit. Alright guys, we are going to put circles on the sides of our little dinosaur. So we're gonna start down here and work our way up that way. And we also want to always end at the edge and always end so it has this cute little effect that every single one is kind of scalloping the edge of our dinosaur over here. So on our first row right here, it's really only 2 circles, and the second circle is doing that scallop effect here. And we're gonna put enough so that we can make it go over the edge. And that's our first line. And then we need to do the same thing over here. It's really only half a circle on this other side. And this is the beginning. All right, so that's our first row. Row 2, we're gonna actually go up on the leg a little bit, just a tad, so that we don't leave any cardboard showing. And it hides the seam between the leg and the body of our dinosaur. And here, we go on the side and we go over the edge just a tad.
Oh, you might have noticed we changed spots. I'm giving Paola a glue gun break. I'll put that back in because she's been burning her fingers a lot. So if you guys have little finger protectors, highly recommend it. We forgot ours. So now that we've done the sides, we can continue with the bottom of the jaw, which is fairly simple. But the face, what you want to do is start at the bottom. You can start here, and then when you go into the next row, you want it to continue all around. Keep going and keep going. Just continuous rows so it has a nice pattern that's not disconnected. This guy, so you start. And that's why we put the felt underneath, so you wouldn't have that cardboard sticking out. So let me put that on quickly. Whee! There we go. That's a good start.
sure it goes a little bit down below the jaw to cover up.
There shouldn't be any cardboard showing on this one because we made sure to put some felt
Underneath it. Okay, I think here I'm ready to start.
on this row now.
Do you hear that snoring? That's our dog Bunch.
Oh, he heard his name. He's like, what?
Alright, now that we've finished both our sides and the whole head, the mouth, we can glue on the little arms. So, let's see. You can kind of guesstimate where you want your arm. Go here and here. All you have to do is just glue it on with a glue gun.
For those chompers. So here, we only want to leave the amount of teeth we want to be visible. So we don't want all that big line. So we're gonna use the ruler trick again to just leave a little bit of room here. Let's do it this way. And then we're gonna fold up the rest of the cardboard. So that we only have a little bit of white here on top of the teeth. So I think that's still a little too much. So let's do it again. There we go. Alright, so this is the amount we want to see our chompers, which is not very much. Just the teeth sticking out. Alright, so you folded it so that you have only a little bit of white here. And now what we need to do is we need to measure our teeth against the jaw that we have, right? So here, our first jaw goes up to this connection of these teeth, right? So that means, make sure I remember which is the right one. So these teeth. So that means we're gonna cut this cardboard, this construction paper, only the part that's folded up to that line right there. So we're leaving this little connection intact so that we can fold our teeth for the front of the teeth. So here we go with these guys are looking there. Same here. We want to measure. We want our teeth to fold between these two. We're going to cut the cardboard. Keep saying cardboard, the construction paper up to there. And we're gonna fold it in two. Pretty much like, what do you call those for when people have replacement teeth?
Dentures?
Yeah, they're gonna pretty much look like dentures here. So, oh, we messed up. All right, if you cut too far, it's fine because we're gonna glue this little guy in. Let's measure our teeth again. Here and here. These guys are a little long on this side, but we're gonna smash them in there. Oh, that fits perfectly. Alright, so what we want to do is glue these guys so that they stay in their shape. Like this. We just want to glue them in with your glue gun. And be generous with your glue because we do not want the teeth to fall out. And the glue gun is quite hot, so if you need help smashing it towards the felt, you can use your ruler. And don't worry about that excess silicone. We can cut it off with the scissors once it dries. Alright, so we got our first set of chompers in. That's great. I don't like this little tail sticking out here, so I'm going to cut it off. There we go. So now we have the other half of our dentures. Enter these guys. And it's pretty much the same thing we're gonna do here, which is we're gonna glue them right in place with lots and lots of glue in the glue gun. And again, this is quite hot, so use something so that you don't burn your little fingers when you glue it in. And then you're gonna do the third side, and you're done. We're gonna turn this guy inward, and jam him in there. Put lots of glue in here. What we have to do is glue these eyes, and we have our dinosaur ready to go. Then you can figure out what you want to do for your handle. If you just want to put one strap of felt from here to here would work. If you want to add some holes and put like a strap from an existing bag that you want, you can add a hole here and a hole in the butt, kind of like this one. This, and then you can tie whatever existing handle you have to it. But we, my friends, are done here. We have accomplished our dinosaur. This one's gonna be our golden dinosaur. But we did it, you guys! Good job! And here is our dinosaur. That's it, you guys! You have your own dinosaur bag. All that's missing is for you to figure out some handle situation. You can do something like this, or you can add an existing handle from a bag that you already own. And this is it. That's it. Oh yeah, we can see them sideways. This is our new golden dinosaur. And I love wearing these guys everywhere. I hope you have lots of fun, and let us know how it went in the comments. See you!
Also, if you make your own dinosaur, please tag us on Instagram because we'd love to feature you on our stories.
Absolutely. We are at Dapper Animals on Instagram.